Hey, that's a postscriptum to my video Hey Planet, where I should describe some of my beliefs and the fundamentals which lay behind the previous video. During my years surfing the internet, which I joined in 1998, I observed lots of bits and pieces of information, and I was not really selling my time. And if I was working in corporate for 10 years, but I was like really spending lots of time reading and mastering the new information systems, kind of making my own research into what's going on the planet where I kind of live. And I came to two axioms, to two conclusions, that the bits and pieces of the information that we have, the evidence on the planet of the ancient presence, etc., 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 all the logic says that there are two axioms. It's like questions that are known for me as axioms right now. That we are not alone in this universe, and that we don't live just once. That we're really kind of the human being evolves to be much more sophisticated by his behavior, by his abilities, by his potential than, for example, a mosquito. And in order to have those kind of, not even instincts, but the capabilities, you had to experience something else before. You are not just jumping here into your body as a finished product from start to finish, no. And it's obvious, even the Christians back in their kind of cathedral gathering in 1060s, I think, they eliminated this notion of the several lives, or like the multiple lives. But I think that's axiom. That's kind of, and so those two things give us instantly kind of another way of thinking. You are not just one-time animals roaming the planet alone. No. You have to experience yourself as human beings, as those who are humane and who gonna live continuously. And I think in order kind of to make an effort to enter the galaxy, at least our kind of neighboring planets, we have to understand that we are not alone. We have to be able to meet those with dignity. We have to be strong, kind, and smart in order kind of to be prepared to meet the neighbors. And it's important that the whole planet makes an effort to represent us as a kind who is in a position of just one planet right now. Trial, demo version. Because it's obvious that we are not alone. And the second, and it applies to the whole collective of human beings. And we have to decide really what means to be a human being. The human body is not enough, it seems. It's necessary to have the values. At least those who do not kill, do not lie, do not steal, they can be pretending to be civilized. They're not pretending, but those are really civilized. If you are to the maximum, not killing anyone, you are not stealing from anyone, you are not lying to anyone. It's already hard to jump in those bodies and to develop that our kind would lie to ourselves. It's like amazingly stupid. And it's necessary to live the life that every question in every episode of your life can be used openly, transparently, as a kind of the explication of your attitudes, etc. and it's obvious. You cannot have those who have this kind of. You have to have some sort of the brain dedicated to the lies to remember that you did. Really? Are you telling me that those people are efficient enough to think on the global scale? Really? No, you're joking. I'm joking. And you do not steal. You produce something. You exchange. You kind of. It's obvious. Especially from the public resources, by the way. And obviously you don't want to kill the same creatures which are close to you. Imagine yourselves meeting another human body in thousands of light years away, where the humans are really scarce. Imagine this. You would be jumping there, whatever your political views are, whatever your beliefs are, whatever your experiences are, you would be jumping as the closest relative and the closest body in eons of years around. It should be pure joy, nothing else. So, and for the personal kind of understanding, the notion of jumping into the lives is very important, that you don't have to spoil this life just to be kind of disseminated into the spare parts of this universe. You'd better live it cherishing some values, that you're not just experiencing the memory of some kind of events around you, but you're kind of gradually training your judgments. You are training your decisions. You are training to be human, to change the world around you, not to adapt to something that comes here from the monkeys, not to adapt to the monkey style. Try to be humans. And those writers, philosophers, great people of the past, they clearly depicted, they clearly painted the hates where individuals and the human society can reach out. It's really kind of fun to understand that we have this kind of, this history. And then they rightly say that it's better not to watch for the trendy things or kind of the new things. We have already the history of the humankind, written history, kind of documented history, kind of filmed history, and we can read, watch movies, the best from the history, not just the recent ones or the trendy ones. You'd better explore and find kind of the movies, because the best movies usually in the past history, they depicted, they showed bits and pieces of the possible developments. For example, Blade Runner with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think it's necessary to see everyone this movie. Yeah, it's like either you are Mars or you are kind of humans. It's really kind of so vivid there. And basically, we're not alone. We live not just one time. Bear this in mind as axioms. And if you are not sure, not certain, you can fix it. If you know something, it's very hard to unknown it. If you believe in something, you can correct this more thinly according to your beliefs. It's like, the spaceships in the space, they bridge each other, like very, very slowly, very tenderly. So you'd better have the faith that we're not alone and we don't live just once. It's the capability of the faith to say those things clearly, without doubt. We're not alone. We live not just once. And when you fix those, suddenly everything changes. Because just imagine yourselves that we're alone and we're just, the one-time beings. How do you call this? Disposable. And we're kind of readily disposable. We're just alone and disposable. That's a recipe to govern animals. Think about this. So I thought it should be important kind of to clarify those kind of fundamentals, to experience that if we don't say it, who will? It's really kind of stupid to assume that anything that we meet in the galaxy would treat us better than we treat ourselves. They will for sure say, oh, you hang each other, let me try. They will for sure exploit your traits. They will for sure duplicate what you are doing with yourselves, humans. And if you do not separate yourselves from animals, from those who are in the human bodies, but their mentality, their values, their behavior is not compatible with human values and with the humans, we have to separate. We have to see kind of, because otherwise we are all mad here, like in a terrarium, and we are all judged by the same kind of, by those kind of clowns, actors who are in the media right now, and those are kind of guaranteed, like guaranteed crooks, guaranteed tax evaders, guaranteed thieves, guaranteed liars, guaranteed bodies without any erudition. It's like without any clear thinking, without any clear values, and they're just they want to eat everything, kind of, and that's it. Hope this will help. All the best, neighbor of the planets. Bye bye. Hi. Ohayo gozaimasu. Well, that's the first video that I'm gonna make in English. But I believe in our age of artificial intelligence, anyone interested can translate in many languages nowadays automatically. And you can see my other videos